Hi, and welcome to this live reading from Rain, the Larussio Legacy Book 3 by Via Marie, and this is presented by Itsy Bitsy Book Bits. Chapter 1, Serena. I wake to the Vegas sun shining brightly into the room, completely sated after a night of lovemaking, but filled with a dread that will not go away. I squint, stretching to check my phone for the time. It's early, but Giovanni is already gone. Early meetings are a reality for him and his high-powered friends. It is what I counted on, and the only reason I allowed myself to sleep in. I am a coward, but there is simply no way that I can do this face to face. He will be as devastated as me, but it is the only way to ensure my family's safety. I slip out of bed and get dressed for the day, eyeing myself critically in the mirror. The mango-colored capris and cream-colored button blouse with wedge sandals reflect a woman who is outwardly confident, but that's a far cry from reality. My heart is pounding heavily in my chest while my blood races 1,000,000 times a minute through my veins. I inhale deeply, trying to calm myself, taking in large quantities of air. I've made my decision, and it is for the best, but that does not stop the anxiety or the ache in my heart as I gather my things, place them in a large shoulder bag, and walk out of the penthouse away from the man that I will love forever. I nod to the bodyguards who enter the elevator with me as I make my way to the main floor of the Larussio Resort and Casino. While these men are big and intimidating to those around us, they are anything but, to me, usually friendly and cheerful. I have a feeling they won't be too friendly shortly. Gio is still in a meeting, but we have instructions to escort you to the cafe on site. It's one of the few places in the casino that's already finished and open for business outside of the actual gaming rooms. Gio had it in one of the restaurants finished for all of the workers, along with your penthouse and our security area, Nick says, as the others leave us to take up their stations within viewing distance. I nod and inhale a deep breath before I drop the news. He's thoughtful like that, but I won't be having breakfast here. I'm going to Italy and need to be on a plane very quickly. He starts to say something, but I cut him off with a show of my hand. I know Giovanni won't be pleased, but he will be even more displeased if I ditch my security team with everything happening, I say, sincerely remorseful that I'm putting Nick in this position. His eyes go wide. He's not just going to be displeased, your boyfriend is going to hit the ever-loving roof. You should have seen him last night when he thought you were taken by Dominic Mancini's man. No disrespect, Serena, but you're really going to put him through that again? He says. I turn because his words give me pause. I know exactly how I would feel if Giovanni were in danger, but this cannot be helped. The only way to save my family from the hell that will eventually rain down on them is to remove myself from the equation. Giovanni knows this. He tried to push me away for the very same reason, to keep me safe, but I ruined that little effort. If I'm not with the future Don of Italy, then my family will be safe from his enemies. I thought I was strong enough and I could go head-to-head with them. I can because I've been trained. I am prepared, but only if they come after me and not my family, not my beloved Nana. I inhale deeply as if the breath alone will give me the strength I so desperately need to pull this off. Don't think this is easy for me, Nick. I love Giovanni with all my heart, but I will not allow my Nana, brothers, and their families to be harmed because of my selfishness. I thought somehow it would be okay that Giovanni could fix this, but it will never go away if they want to see him broken. My voice cracks, but I refuse to let my tears fall in public. I'm trying to do this with as little drama as possible. Please, just take me to the airport and get me to Italy. I'll take it from there. Nick's eyes narrow at me, and he shakes his head. You know I won't leave you, Serena. I'll take you where you need to go, but not making Gio aware is out of the question. I'll give you 10 minutes. And only because you didn't try to slip out of my sight and were upfront and honest. 10 minutes from now, I'm going to let Giovanni know that you're heading to the airport, Nick says, texting out a message before grasping my arm gently, intending to guide me outside into the fresh air. That is not long enough. It's no time at all. You know Giovanni will have one of your security friends come after me or stop me at the airport. Maybe I should have just ditched you, I huff at the burly security guard. He laughs out loud. They told me you were pretty mellow, no drama. Ha! A 10-minute head start in this traffic is all you need, and that's all you're getting. The jet is being inspected as we speak, and the crew is preparing for the flight. You and I will be on that plane before Gio has time to get to the airport." I stopped walking and turned to him. "Wait 1 minute. You are not going with me past the airport. The entire point is to disappear, to get clear of Giovanni and all of his family. I can't do that if one of his security team is with me." His jaw sets firmly as he glares down at me. "You don't have a choice in the matter, Serena. I'm not about to lose my job because I let the future dawn of Italy's woman put herself in danger. Sorry, but you're not going anywhere without my protection, and that's the end of this discussion," Nick says, taking my arm gently again. I'm not going to win this argument, and I know it. He's clearly got everything in motion, and I grudgingly respect it. "Fine," I huff, allowing him to guide me to the limo that pulls up curbside. He assists me into the back seat just as the mammoth man they call Cole slides into the seat next to me. Then Nick hops into the front seat and slams the door closed. Nick turns to make sure I'm buckled, and I narrow my eyes at him. "Really? And how is Cole a part of this? Why is he here? What happened to giving me 10 minutes? He shrugs unapologetically and grins at me. "We're your team. You need 24-hour coverage, and one man can't do it alone. Stop scowling at us like that, or I'll give Giovanni a text now instead of waiting another 6 minutes." Nick says, tapping his watch and chuckling under his breath as the driver veers out into the heavy Vegas traffic. I glance around outside, half expecting Giovanni and the rest of his team to come barreling out of nowhere to stop me, but then relax. For some reason, I believe that Nick is honorable, and he will keep his word not to alert Giovanni right away. The airport isn't far away. The driver seems to know his way in and out of the morning traffic, and we are soon pulling onto the private tarmac of the Las Vegas airport. It takes us moments to get through security, and as soon as we're cleared, Nick and Cole guide me up the ramp and onto the sleek white Larussio Gulfstream. Nick gestures for me to go ahead of him as we enter. "Make yourself comfortable. I just let Giovanni know that you're gone, and he may have a team coming after you. I asked the pilot to take off immediately," Nick says as the plane door closes and the engines roar to life. I've been on aircraft like this thousands of times, working as a service attendant on some of the most luxurious private jets ever built, but the opulence of the Larussios is remarkable. I take a seat in one of the soft white leather recliners and try to swallow down my nerves as I watch out the window. "This is the captain. We're about to take off. Buckle up, ladies and gentlemen," he says, and the aircraft begins to move, quickly gains speed, and begins barreling down the narrow concrete runway. It is only by sheer will and determination not to cry that my tears, which have pooled, blurring my vision, do not fall. We careen past the palm trees, cactus, and yellow desert life that are all waving in the breeze. The jet lifts into the air, climbing slowly, and then gathers speed, soaring into the whitest, puffiest clouds and clear blue sky that I have ever seen, while taking me farther and farther from the man that I love. Nick and Cole stay seated across from me until I assure them that I'm fine alone, and that once we level off, I will be heading into the master bedroom to sleep for at least part of the flight between Vegas and Italy. I slide out of my shoes and settle my feet underneath me, watching as the clouds swirl around us, and pull a blanket around me to dispel the cold and emptiness inside. Nick and Cole head into the security room behind the main cabin, and I turn on my cell phone, bracing for the inevitable. "I will find you. By the way, you have just earned a punishment spanking."